Hi guys, welcome to today's mansion tour on That Property Show. We've got an absolute cracker for you today. We're up in the Encino Hills where we've got a 7,003 square foot house. Don't forget the 3. It's a 7-bed, 8-bathroom, absolute massive house, infinity pool, 2 levels, and we absolutely love it.
So yeah, I think what makes this house special is that it is very much a real split level house. On the upper floors, you do have this expansive open plan living space and 3 really good family bedrooms, as well as your master suite, which is really fantastic with views from every room in the house. And then downstairs, you come down and you have this really multifunctional entertainment space. And down here, as you can see behind us, you have this really great entertaining bar. And then on the far end of the property, you have access to what is currently staged as a gym, but could also be another really significant master bedroom suite. So why don't we go and check it out? Let's start outside.
Yeah, one of my favorite bits is the entry, so let's go and have a look at that.
So here we are out the front of the property, and what I really like about this property is really that it's so unassuming from the street. You would never know that behind us stood an almost over 7,000 square foot property with views all the way over Encino Hills. Totally secure. We have this wrought iron fencing which runs all across the front with a doorbird system, which is linked straight to your phone. If anyone rings your doorbell, comes to your phone, you can actually let them in from wherever you are in the world. Beautiful planting. We have very mature Mexican feather grass with lavender in front and olive trees either side. But what's really exciting, I think, before we go inside the property is, Jonathan, why don't you show them the piece de resistance, which is the garage?
Yeah, weirdly, when you talk about, car garages, it's not exciting. But in this one, this is actually one of these situations where it's going to be quite an event to come home every day, because you open the garage door and you're met with this spectacular view. Now, the only thing, honestly, that you probably do need to worry about is make sure your foot's ready on the brake if you've had a cocktail or 2. This is just absolutely incredible. Any sort of Ferris Bueller fans will appreciate this view and the drop-off. But you've got an epoxy floor throughout. If you look up, we've got cedar-clad ceilings. So, I mean, people usually scrimp when you come to the garage. Us, on this property, we didn't spare any expense anywhere. And then to top it off, for everyone with the that's turning, electrical, those electric cars, we've got 3 individual charging stations. So you can fit your supercars, your hypercars, your plug-in electric. Let's go back through the front of the house, because that's actually kind of the most grand entrance.
So coming down this, again, secure walkway from the garage back to the front entryway, what we have here is a really cool, exciting entryway. We are in Encino. It gets hot here in summer, but having a water feature at the front of the house really cools the whole ambience of your entry. So going down the steps, on the right-hand side, you have what must be a 35-foot koi pond. The koi are actually arriving next week, so we can't see the koi today, but you have these beautiful water lilies, which I think are pink and purple hues, and then that takes you through with these really cool, big, floating steps into the front entryway. Coming through this incredible 10-foot pivot door, you'll see this brushed brass hardware throughout the property.
I love that.
At the entryway, we also have a full security system and your control for iPads, which have your music, your lighting, your cameras, and anything else you can wish, which operate the home. And there are actually 3 of these pads throughout the house, 1 on this upper level, 1 on the lower level, and 1 in the Premier suite. On the entryway, you can see more of this beautiful cedar siding, again on the ceiling, and then these wonderful black chandeliers which is mirrored on the outside as well. Coming through there, Jonathan, why don't you talk us through the entryway?
Yeah, once you get through this open entryway, the expansive view just explodes. Now, if I can focus your details just for a second before you get lost in that view, have a look at this wonderful wrought iron detail that glows floor to ceiling, and it basically acts like your standard sort of handrail, but it just adds a little bit of an extra sexy detail. So over here, you've got your formal conversation area. You've got a little den snug over there, but if you're coming in, you're having, you know, maybe a high-end meeting, you want to flex a little bit, this is where it is, because you look straight out to this. This is your expansive drop-off view. Now, what I love, as soon as you walk outside, what you can't see is we've got speakers up in the soffit all the way above. So when you walk out, as Dougal was saying, on the iPads or on your phone, you can put your Control 4 app and control the sound throughout any room in the house. Listen to your favorite music, your favorite podcast, and you can be anywhere. Walking out here, you're greeted with the San Gabriel Mountains in the background. You look out over the beautiful infinity pool, but we'll get to all of that when we go downstairs on the second level. Last detail that I kind of want to show you is, on a lot of our developments, we'll do the Fleetwood, the anodized black. Now for this one, we went with a clear anodized, and what it does is it ties into that mid-century modern detail. It's a little softer, it's a little calmer when you look out. I really like this detail. Western windows. But you know what? Let's go and check out the kitchen, Dougal. What are some of your favorite details over here?
Right, well, first of all, we're going to pass this really great dining area, again with a brushed brass and black chandelier. And then, yes, of course, the kitchen. I love this kitchen. Definitely one of our favourite builds to date. We have this beautiful natural marble waterfall on both edges with a great seating for at least 5, possibly 6 guests in front.
6 good friends.
And then good storage underneath. You know, storage in a house like this is really important, especially to make it hidden and not so obvious. Going through the kitchen, we have 2 great sub-zero appliances. You've got your fridge on the right and your freezer on the left with built-in ice maker.
Oh my God, these are so big. You could live in these.
You'd be cold, Jonathan, yes.
But you could
about
live
the same size as my old London flat. All of this stuff is, I would also touchscreen, push latch. Lots of built-ins everywhere. Everything here.
I love these details. It feels like it just feels so high end as you're walking through.
I mean, it is. These are all top of the line appliances. Going through, you have this beautiful white oak detail throughout the kitchen, and it also follows through into the bathrooms with this elephant's tusk cabinetry below. What I love about this kitchen is you've got completely hidden extractor here, and then these uppers, if you just press them gently, they're all remote, pop up like this for all your glassware, easy to close.
These are lovely.
Even an idiot can use it. And then over here we have the crux of the house, I suppose, when you're entertaining, a great matte black sink. On the front side, we have a built-in Wolf microwave, tons of storage for your cutlery, dishwasher, brand new Cove dishwasher, and then your trash, which is being used over here. But that's not enough for some, because although you have this great full-size kitchen, follow me through the back, we have a butler's pantry for entertaining. So if you have caterers and stuff, they can operate out here, and you just take all your dirty cutlery, stack it in your secondary
2 dishwashers?
Secondary dishwasher. Again, a ton of cabinetry throughout. This is just a cleaner rift-sawn white oak finish, black sink, Kohler faucet, and just loads and loads of storage. But wait, there's more. If you continue back through, you have this beautiful white oak floating pantry, which can hold an array of goods. And to access that, you come back up through the stairs and straight into your garage. So obviously, as you're unloading your car, you unload here, and then you're straight into your pantry from the outside. Continuing down the hallway though, Jonathan, why don't you show us these 2 rooms?
So this would really be kind of your what I would call like the granny annex or maybe the maid's room, because it's so close to the garage and you've got a sort of dedicated access. You don't have to come through the main entrance. What I love about this, as you can see, it's the same European white oak which fills the whole house on the upper level. You've got these gorgeous light fixtures which look like they're somehow fighting gravity. And then if you come through over here, you've got a full bathroom. So what's nice about this one is we've got this tile. You'll see it's a similar detail which is mirrored throughout all of the bathrooms. All of the tile is different. But what's lovely is that there's a continuity that flows. So the whole house feels like it was very well thought out. I also absolutely adore this marble countertop that we've got in here. This is mirrored into the kitchen, and then you have this vessel sink which sits on top of the counter. It just gives it a slightly more dimension. So then what we'll do is we'll walk through. I pointed briefly when I was talking about going to the den area, and that's what I'm going to walk you in right here. So in here, this would be one of your main TV rooms. We've wired it up so that you've got full surround sound. Behind here, we've got electrical ready to put a gigantic television or a drop-down projector, whatever your preference is. Again, little details that you can see. We've continued the cedar planks, the cedar siding on the ceiling. Just goes to show no expense spared. And then even sat down here, what's nice is that is the main street, but you've got this beautiful vegetation just masking it. So it still feels like very private over here. Dougal, should we go and check out some of the bedrooms?
Sure, let's come this way. So back down from your media room into your entertaining space. You go down this long corridor. On the right-hand side, you have this really cute little powder room. Same stonework as you have in the kitchen. And one of my favourite details is this hand faucet, which comes to the ceiling and drops down like that. This is an Italian piece which we imported over. Really unique, and I love it. Opposite that, we have two children's bedrooms or guest bedroom suites, which kind of mirror each other. Again, what I love about this is these beautifully high ceilings. But what's also very nice is both of these windows look out onto the koi pond. So when you have a little bit of light, the reflection comes off into the ceiling and you have this sort of meandering effect. This is the smaller of the two children's bedrooms. The other one has a walk-in closet. These both have built-ins, but really pretty impressive ones. All soft closed drawers, full hanging rack, and the same thing on this side with more open shelving below. Now, what I also want to say while I've got these two doors here is another one of the details we have here. You know, we have the shadow lines at the top of the ceiling and at the bottom, but here you'll also see we have a shadow line around all these doors, which is a really nice detail, which is quite expensive to do, but gives this sort of flat inlaid look to all the doors and drywall throughout the house. Into the bathroom. Again, this beautiful sort of amethysty marble top, and then you have a shower and a bathtub here. Bathtub also has a hand shower, which is really great, a little inset niche there, and the shower has a skylight, which brings in this beautiful natural light into the bathroom. It's really quite magical. Following on next door, we have, as I said, the slightly mirrored bedroom. Again, 14-foot ceilings, big walk-in closet in here, which Jonathan can show you around very quickly. And then coming back through, beautiful models. Well done, Jonathan. Great modelling. Back through into the bedroom, we have the opposite bathroom in here. Again, tub, shower combo. They've used a slightly lighter floor tile in here with the green tile. A little bit more feminine in its look, but obviously just as nice. So those are the two guest rooms on this floor. If we come through here, this is really the piece de resistance for this floor is the premier suite, which you enter through these two big double doors painted in this off-white lacquer, which is very, very nice. Jonathan, why don't you show us around here?
Yeah, just to continue about the details, which Dougal was just bringing up, we've actually used inset SOS hinges. So these guys, like most hinges, when you close the door, on one side or the other, you'll actually see part of the hinge sticking out. These, at great expense, but look fantastic. When you close the door, it's completely hidden. So it's little tiny details really do make this house special. Now, I love this because once you're in this room, you can just lock yourself away from the rest of the house, whether it's guests, whether it's kids, whether it's in-laws. What I love here is that you've got a drinks fridge. So if you're like me, I get thirsty, I get a little snacky at bedtime. You can keep all your favorite condiments and everything in there. And then it's accented with this, it's actually a fire glazed leathered finish on this marble. This won't translate into the film, but if you actually touch it, you've got this incredible texture you feel through. And then looking up, you'll see one of the design details was to have the light at the top, but you have glass shelves. So ultimately the light cascades all the way through these floating oak shelves, just gives a really nice soft detail. Now, I'll walk you into the closet before showing you the actual main bed. Closet's huge. Yes, it is a shared his and hers, but we've got a ton of storage. This central island is absolutely massive. Whether it's ties, underwear, watches, cufflinks, it will carry it all. And little details here, instead of doing the shoe shelves flat, do them at a slight angle, so all of the shoes just butt up and you can actually see what shoes you've got because they're all laid out at a really nice angle. Another little details, I don't know if you remember this light fixture in the entry, but we like that continuity. On the back of the door, you've got a full length mirror, which matches the same cabinetry, which is lovely. Don't worry, we've got a door stop, so if you swing the door open, you're not gonna break the glass. No bad luck for us. This part is just absolutely magic. Now, Dougal, remind me where these light fixtures, are they Spanish?
So yeah, these are actually we imported these lights from Spain, and they might look metal from a distance, but actually if you come closer, they're actually a velvet material. So they're very, very soft if you feel them, and they have a bit of movement to them because they are this material. And then the inside column sort of diffuses the light, so that when the overheads are off, you get a very, very gentle light in the evening, which really sets the mood.
You could say it, it's sexy.
It's sexy.
It's sexy.
And then that is, of course, is set behind this great stucco wall, which again adds more character and feeling to the overall essence of this premier suite. And that's finished off with this custom cabinetry, which we have behind us, which again is very light and textured and feeds into the grey and the warmth and the natural tones of this room. And then feeding through to the master bathroom, we see more natural light, huge skylights happening above us, and again, more of this leathered finish on the countertops, both here and over here, where we have a really impressive makeup station with a built-in drawer.
What's nice is as Dougal was talking earlier, we have this continuity that runs through the house, so everything feels connected. And I don't know if you'll recognise this detail from the kitchen. It's the same white oak dowels that we've used over here. And again, all of this is pop-out storage. So tons of storage, even though it looks mostly decorative.
And what I really love about this as well is the fact that a lot of cabinetry makers would use a CNC machine to make this sort of stuff. So it's all machine made. These are not machine made. Every one of these little dowels is hand nailed in the shop to really give it a handmade but high-end feel. And there's those sort of details throughout the house, which is what I really appreciate about it.
I love that. I mean, walking through here as well, we all know what happens in your water closet, but we've made it slightly more high-end with the Toto washlet seat. It warms your bum, it dries your bum, does everything it needs. And then you've still got this lovely full-size window. This is all private area, so no one can see in, but it's lovely that you get natural light coming in. A lot of these water closets feel like you're in this little box, and that's not the same here.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely do not feel boxy at any part of this home.
No.
On this end of the master bathroom suite, you have this huge open shower space, infinity drain, which actually we have in all the showers. Again, very minimalist fixtures, which I really like. And then on the other side, you have this beautiful 70-inch freestanding tub, again with the leathered inlay niche, and then really views, incredible views over the Encino Hills. And although yes, there is other property out here, you are incredibly private. You know, if you did want to add a little bit of privacy, then you could obviously frost the lower part of this while still maintaining your views and all that light.
Now, question for you: would you frost it if you
No,
lived
mate,
here?
I let it all hang out.
I wouldn't frost it either.
We're European,
You know what?
that's how we roll, baby.
Let them see. Let them
All right.
see. Should we continue on?
Yeah, let's check out downstairs.
So what's lovely as you're walking down here, you've got this same cedar siding touch, which you'll notice throughout the rest of the house. And again, you've got the Control 4 iPad that controls everything on the house. Now, one thing to mention is if you don't want to be running up to the screen, the same app is downloadable on your phone. So you do everything on your house, your camera, your music, your lights, your air conditioning, all on your phone as well. So it's really, really multifunctional.
But then when you get down here, wow, what a change.
It's so vast and so expansive. It's basically an entertainer's dream. And then topping that off, if you're entertaining, you know what you love? Floors that cannot get damaged. Concrete, polished floors throughout this whole downstairs floor.
And what's really cool about this house, and I think I said this up front, was the fact that you do have this true dichotomy between the upper and lower floors. You know, upstairs really functions perfectly well as a standard, you know, 3,500, 4,000 square foot family home. Downstairs, you have this space which really is entertainment central.
What I love about this area specifically is upstairs where you've got just one, you would have one big massive TV just to watch one show. Down here, we've done the 4 individual TVs. So if you're a sports fan, you can do, Super Bowl game here, baseball game, football, Formula One, and you can pick between them. It really gives you full diversity. So for entertaining, it's absolutely perfect. And then seconding that entertaining vibe, you've got your own bar.
Yes, that's right. You have your own full bar. You have this really cool neon sign behind me. I licked it, so it's mine. I'm not going to take responsibility for that one. Might have been someone else, not sure who that was. But again, really great cabinetry throughout. You can see at the front, you still have that same white oak ripped detail. And then this beautiful, again, leathered stone. This one's actually a little bit different from the stuff upstairs and has this really nice mottling throughout. And then here we have 2 wine fridges. You have the one on your left, which is a Sub-Zero for your regular cans and drinks. And then on the right-hand side, again, another Sub-Zero, but this one is a dual zone wine and champagne fridge. And then as we continue up, there's more. Now, before we actually go upstairs, which was the gym, there's this really cool detail where we have run a private corridor behind the bar, which has these long linear lights which bring light in. And I guess the thought behind that was, if you're in the pool, you want to get to the gym, you can come straight through up the stairs to work out, or vice versa.
Do you know what, as you're going, this is one of the tiny details, again, that most people will miss. But if you actually look at the slope of the stairs, it doesn't go square down. It actually has a slope back. So as you put your foot on, your actual toe is less likely to hit the toe kick. And if you look all the way over there, we've got the same detail on the interior steps, on the wood steps throughout the whole house. So it's tiny little stuff like that, but anyone that's got a design eye will get an absolute kick out of all of the individual details. And
talking of those details, they've got a metal girder here, which they obviously decided not to frame out during construction, just painted black. Gives it another element of steel, which again ties into some of these light fixtures.
Yeah, it's that lovely industrial vibe. And then taking that industrial vibe, that's been continued by leaving the foundation wall exposed. So basically on the back wall of our gym this isn't a faux finish, this is just the actual full foundation wall holding up the house. I love the texture, I love everything about this room.
Yeah, and just imagine working out here. First of all, you have about 350 square feet, but you have these incredible views, again, with 12-foot sliders, really making the most of this incredible Encino Hills view. And again, as with every room in the house, you do have incredible privacy. And then finally, of course, you have the ensuite bathroom in this bedroom, which is, I like actually, it's very simple, very white and light and clean, but does have the details that we've also seen in the master bedroom suite and the other junior suites, which has the underlight on the vanity, and then also in here. It's this sort of detail, again, with stuff like the source hinges, the shadow lines around the doors and the windows and the floors, that you really understand why this is such a premium property. I mean, John, if you show over here, even these inbuilt little sections on the floor where you can plug in your gym equipment or whatever else you need.
So when you hide it away, if you're not using it, it's completely hidden. You can walk over it, no problems.
That's the sort of stuff that I really freak out about, because a lot of people just don't bother with that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's basically the house done now. I think if we go outside to the living room, we can take around the last section, which is the exterior.
And the other bedrooms and the laundry room.
That's right.
That whole section. We should do that as well.
Probably do that first. So as we walk back through the house, we actually have another wing down here, which comprises of another 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and laundry suites. John, why don't you go ahead?
So what I love is we're storage nuts on this property. So you've got linen closets upstairs, downstairs, in every corridor, and then you've got a full-sized laundry room in here. So you'd have your washer, dryer, tons of folding space, tons of hanging space, and you've got a soaking sink as well. And it's little details like that, a full-size laundry room. You couldn't have a house this size without doing that. So
right. Well, popping in on this side, one of our, this must be bedroom number 6 at this point. Again, good sized room, lots of built-in storage, which is really everywhere. Lights inside. And then here you have this Jack and Jill bathroom, which feeds back through into the main bar area. Again, really great vanities with that inlaid oak detail, and then a shower on the right-hand side with a stone curb and linear drain. So then finally, coming back through to the end, we have our final bedroom. This is bedroom number 7, which again is staged as an office currently, but also has this really cute ensuite bathroom with this really nice sort of what colour pink is this?
Dusty rose.
Dusty rose.
Let's go with dusty rose.
Millennial pink. And again, the same details on the vanities, the minimalist faucets, and again, great size shower. So that's the house done. Let's follow and go and check out outside.
So what's incredible out here is firstly the view, but then the infinity pool. What I love is this ipe. So it's a Brazilian hardwood. It sort of sets in with the cedar cladding above really nicely. And if you walk over here, you're fully elevated. So you get to this incredible viewpoint right at the peak over here. And you get to see quite how big this lot is. We're basically 3/4 of an acre over here. Your neighbors are, hidden behind the trees over there. They're hidden behind the trees over there. You can have parties, you can entertain, and you're not gonna get the cops called, which is quite fun.
Yeah, this really is a really great entertaining space. Because like you said, we have this huge deck area here. We have sun lounging space by the pool over here. And then on the far side, we have this really lovely steel gazebo, which offers some shade in the summer and the ability to put in a barbecue, should you so wish. And what I also like about it is you have this private staircase up the side of the property, which takes you through to the master bedroom suite. So if you are having a nighttime dip, you don't have to go back through the house. You can go up the side, back into the premier suite.
I feel like you're talking about skinny dipping, aren't you?
I may well be, yes.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, that concludes our tour for the day. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to us at That Property Show on YouTube, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one.
See you at the next mansion.